welcome back. So, we ended with the war camp being defeated and setting fire to it. However, for this rare situation, I've decided to do something I almost never do and give an opportunity for a little retcon. You see, Vix was pretty under the weather last week, and I noticed she wasn't picking up what I was putting down, but I pressed on. And so I'm going to give her a fair shot to make a intelligence saving throw.
Guess I'll put the dice thing on screen so you guys see if I fail.
And should you succeed, I will give you an opportunity to actually raid that building before setting fire to the entire camp.
Intelligence saving throw.
Yes.
Put an investigation check instead.
I'm not very good at this, so I am very sorry to the party if this does not work.
I believe.
Okay.
What do you mean? You got a +4.
To intelligence?
Yeah. To your intelligence saving throw, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, but...
Yeah, in that saving throw section. Nope. Although you did roll a 2.
It's fine. We burned them.
You burned the camp.
Wait. It won't. I'm trying to grant you advantage, but it won't let me redeem any points.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't suppose my abilities help with this.
Actually, wait, does it work on saving throws?
That's a good question.
You could just run into the fire. That's also option number 2.
Where is that? My psionic power.
Just an ability check, not saving throws.
Yeah, just skills and tools too. Cool. Well, you gave us a fair shot.
I gave you a fair shot to realize in the moment. So,
I appreciate your.
you set fire to the camp and you move on. You head back towards town, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we sent the the people were heading back to town. You didn't tell them to wait anywhere?
No.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Well, at this point, it's pretty late into the night, and it's slow going, traveling back through the woods, moving westward. It wasn't a particularly difficult journey on the way here, but under the cover of night, you would know that the risk to bodily harm increases drastically. So it's kind of slow going. Are you following the actual trail this time, or are you trying to cut through that same path you took before?
Probably the actual trail.
All right. Yeah, and I think you should be able to manage that without too much trouble. So you follow your trail back, and by the time you get back, it is not quite dawn, but you see the faintest hue on the horizon, and the villagers and caravaneers are working to fix the wagon still. Turns out that it was not just the wheel, but the whole axle that needed to be repaired. You can see that the caravan guards are posted at corners of the town to keep a constant watch, while the remaining folk are helping each other wherever they can. The dead have been buried at this point, and there is sort of a somber tone throughout this whole group. Even the prisoners who have returned at this point are... This celebration of their being alive has passed and given way to exchanges of who's still among them on both sides. You see Deirdre towards the head of the caravan, consoling and sort of commiserating with the woman who just lost her husband in the attack. Something about the crisis of another seems to have rallied her even more than the time in the marketplace. And as you look about, you can see Aerie dealing with the goblin corpses. She's sort of meticulously removing valuables from them and dragging them into a pile outside of town to be burnt. You can also see Nadia's well-lit wagon, and she is there in her sort of window with a book out, making some sort of notation.
I think Wren would like to check on Aerie since she did kind of die earlier.
She went unconscious. It's an important distinction.
Almost die. You said she was dragging bodies or something?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Wren approaches her. You look like you're feeling better.
Yeah. Ever since your friend did that thing, that I feel a lot better.
That's good. Has anything gone on here? We were a bit longer than I thought we would be.
Well, people returned, and we assumed that was your doing. But no, we've been working away. I've got so many goblin fangs, like I don't even know what to do with them all.
What do you do with them?
Well, if you have the right components, they can be useful in potions. But they're also really neat to put like on a necklace, or you can use them in sort of fancy what's the word, like bits of special clothing.
Do you mean like armor?
No, like something to make it flashy and fun.
I'm not sure what word you're looking for.
Oh, well, anyway, people like things like that, so sometimes I sell them like that.
Does she seem like she has a bunch of like jewelry and stuff on her that has goblin parts on it?
No. She's very practically adorned. Like, nothing excessive.
Well, I don't know much about harvesting goblin fangs, but I'm glad to see that you're doing all right.
Yeah, you too. So how many goblins were there out there? Did you bring anything back for me?
Oh, I didn't think to look. I was so focused on making sure that everyone was no longer alive there.
Well, that makes sense.
There were a lot of them. There were also some of the larger ones as well, and before we actually engaged with them, we saw maybe half of them had left, so I think they will be trying to return, though we did take care of their encampment.
Well, that's good. Ooh. Maybe these people will be okay. I hear that someone sent for help at least, so, or they're planning to? I don't know. I stopped paying attention.
Yeah, you seem like you're very excited about your work.
This is okay. They need the bodies out of here before people start getting sick. And I make a little bit of money out of what I collect. Wish it was something better than goblins. You didn't by chance see a wyvern or something out there, did you?
I can't say that I did. Are they common in these parts?
No, that's why,
Oh.
But I do have a buyer lined up, so if you ever get me a wyvern stinger, I can pay you really good.
I will keep that in mind. Do you need a hand with these bodies?
Sure, yeah, I'd make it go faster.
All right, Ren will spend a bit of time helping her.
Yeah, absolutely. What about the rest of you?
You'll find someone who looks like they're important in this little village, and just let them know about the camp, that we burned it down, that a lot of them left, and where they were going.
Yeah, you find the sturdy young man that you freed, and he kind of takes your hand in both of his and like very thoroughly shakes it. And I can't thank you enough. That we know they're going to be back too, so we're going to have to do something about that. But
Well, we gave
we're
them a
alive.
little bit of a roadblock. Their camp's a pile of ashes now, so they're going to have to rebuild that at the very least.
Or if they don't just decide to retaliate against us immediately and take our town, fortify it. That's what I would do.
Their numbers are reduced.
That's good. That's good. So are ours, though. We're gonna have to build up a little bit better. Not a lot of fighters in this town.
Just a strange thought. Would it be useful if there were impenetrably thick brush growing in a particular area? Would that make it easier for you to defend?
Any avenue of attack we could cut off is beneficial to us.
Yeah, just point me in the right. I can only do this once today. I'm really tired. Can you just? Is there anywhere where that would be useful?
You're talking magic, right?
Yeah.
Does it stay around forever?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Unless somebody cuts it down.
right this way, and he takes you to a spot that is particularly difficult to kind of build up fortifications, and it's just like, anywhere here would, if we can stop them or wound them coming in or anything.
All right, I'm gonna sit down and put my fingers in the soil and concentrate and cast plant growth,
Nice.
and just a 100-foot cube of incredibly dense plant matter just grows up and twists around itself.
That may well do it. Very impressive.
It'll stay there until someone cuts it down, but try walking through that.
You nature magicians are really something. Years
Lots of
ago, when I
practice.
was serving, we had one of your kin show up, assist us in a battle. It's particularly treacherous. He spawned ice from the sky itself to rain down on them. It was it was more than I could ever do with a sword, that's for sure. That's when I realized that maybe war isn't the place for a man like me.
That's not really the place for anybody, if you ask me.
Isn't that true?
Hey, I'm gonna go to bed.
Very well. Thank you again.
Hopefully we'll see you passing back when we're coming back through.
One can only hope. Silver, Brielle?
Brielle will probably go up to the cart that they're like trying to fix and just see, do you need help with like lifting anything, moving anything? I don't really know much about woodworking or how this works, but I can help if I can. Do you think it's going to take more than what you told us it was going to take to get ready?
Oh, well, we've got a lot of hands at it already. It is taking longer than we expected, but it is underway. And I do appreciate the offer, but I don't think that more hands is really the solution at this point.
Okay. I didn't really think I'd be helpful anyway, so
No nonsense, you've been plenty of help.
thanks. You've been good too. You guys did great at the beginning, like at the front holding the line.
Oh, well, that was mostly my brother and his men. I took maybe one goblin down. I'm not even sure he was really dead. I think he just laid there until I stopped looking at him.
I mean, sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days.
My good days are all behind me now.
Nah, you're fine. My dad's old. He can still do stuff.
Well, maybe, but you know how they say that you're only as old as you feel. That's such a curse.
You feel old?
I feel terribly old.
Is there something we can do to make that not a thing? Should you drink more water? You look like you should probably drink more water.
You may be right. But of course, then I'd have to pee every 10 minutes.
Yeah. And when you're on a long trip, you don't want to have to stop the caravan.
Hmm.
Good call.
Still, though, I'm glad to have so many young, able bodies with us.
Just doing what we can. But
That's
if
all
you
we
need
can ever
us,
do.
let me know. Just call for Brielle.
I will. Thank you, Brielle.
You're welcome. I'll probably be at the back of the with Deirdre again, the next route, but hopefully we can think of something better that we won't be running all the way up to the front and you guys are left to fend for yourselves for a long while.
Well, that's nice of you, though we do need the rear guard. That's why we have the front guard as well.
I'm really not doing well in this conversation, so I'm just going to give you a good night, and I'm going to go see if anyone else needs my help. Okay? Bye.
All right, then. Good. Bye.
Brielle just thinks she's trying to help like every 5 seconds. It's like, no, we're good. No, it's fine. That's it. Bye.
So we're up to anything?
She is. Wait, is it light, dark, or like what's the
It's still
light?
dark.
Okay, good. She's going to just be like watching, making sure there's no one sneaking up on them or whatnot. She'll probably hear Brielle in the little bit of a distance, and she'll be like laughing pretty hard at what she says at the end.
Absolutely. Make a perception check for me. In the tower.
How bad did Brielle fail?
We will never know. How bad did Sora fail?
Yeah, you don't see any. This is in my head for a second. Yeah, you don't see anything of interest. Seems pretty calm. Does anyone else get up to anything, or are you kind of looking for rest at this point?
Brielle probably would touch base with the guy with the axe she gave to, just to see if they need help, like, I don't know, fortifying or training people, if they have people that can hold down the fort. She also probably would have told him, we kind of forgot to bring all the goblins' weapons with us, so when they return, they still have access to all their weapons. So maybe if you can send a party out to grab those, you can at least, use them yourself, and they're less likely to use them against you.
They are most likely ruined by the fire.
Okay. She doesn't know that, so she'd still tell them
That's
that.
fair.
She'd know they'd be like brittle because of the fire and the heat and stuff and being a blacksmith, but
yeah, and with like wooden handles and stuff, like they'd be pretty much unusable in their current state. But yeah, he thanks you for the information and actually does put you to work in helping him with some trees. So if you want to go out into the dark with him and start chopping down trees, you can.
I got the light cantrip. I will cast it on his axe, and I can see him.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I'll help him out.
Yeah, okay.
The like cantrip that all humans can definitely
All
cast.
humans have that. Let me tell you, okay?
All
You're not a
humans.
human, so that's why you don't have it.
This must be from some old rule set.
Yeah, the Book of Brielle.
All right.
That's it.
Anything
Don't
else
need all of
anyone's
it.
doing, or
I don't think so. I think checking on Aerie was like the main thing I wanted to do.
Okay. Are you going to try to sleep then?
What's the situation? Would we be sleeping out in our wagon, or is there like places here? to
Most
sleep?
likely. I mean, yeah. There is a village around you, but most
Set
of
up a
these
watch.
buildings are
Some
owned. And,
sleep.
all right. Who's taking first watch?
Brielle will.
Yeah, we're like talking about this near the wagon when Brielle comes back from doing lumberjack stuff in the woods.
As one does.
And offers to do that. And she looks at the other two and she's like, I know you guys can cover the full watch, but do you want to split up some of the shifts this evening? Might free you up to do other things.
Well, I don't know how long it's going to be till this caravan moves out. I only need 4 hours, and then you all can sleep in the wagon as we move if I can get that in.
I'm not sure about that because we have been... I'll get as much sleep as I can, but I am wary of sleeping in a wagon where we've been constantly attacked.
Yeah. Good point.
Wren will settle into the wagon, get some sleep.
All right. Brielle, make a perception check for me.
And tower out.
In the tower, please. Your watch goes without any interference, though in the second hour or so, you do see, just outside of town, a large fire light up as Aerie sets fire to the goblinoid corpses. It's a strange smell for you. It's the first time weirdly smells like meat. It's a weird situation to be in. But other than that, no issue. Who's up next?
Silura will go next.
All right. Perception check, please, Sora. You take watch and you're kind of looking out. You can see that there are the caravan guards still kind of watching out around the corners of the town, and you kind of get a little complacent. And as you kind of sit back and get lost in thought a little bit, you kind of feel the presence of the whispers in the darkness. This road feels like a place you need to be. You can see the road leading outside of town as in this constant still image in your head as you think about that vision of handing off the book. But again, your watch is undisturbed. And about this time, the sun also comes up. Rhowan, your trance is completed. What comes next?
That's a good question. The wagon train's still sitting around, or
They're still not moving. But once you're up, you can see that people are kind of closing up, preparing to move again. Where's are you all sleeping like in the wagon when you're taking your naps? Yeah, okay. Then as Rhowan kind of takes over watch, about an hour in, you can see that they've finished up ahead. The villagers are kind of gathering around and saying their thanks and their goodbyes to various people. There is a sharp whistle from the head of the caravan, and they begin to move about 5 minutes after that.
Right?
As,
Everybody else is in the wagon with it.
Yeah, they said that they were all sleeping in the wagon, so you can just begin if you'd like to.
They'll try to avoid any potholes.
Or goblin mines.
There, that too.
As you're heading
Sorry, what?
through the town, that one man again kind of runs up beside the wagon. He goes, "Oh, right, give this back to Brielle," and hands you her
Okay.
hand axe. You guys are heroes, and he just thumps the side of the wagon just once and walks off.
Bye, guy whose name I never asked for.
I'm asleep, so I can't actually say it this time. Never got
Brielle
it.
just rolling over. Bye.
Bye.
Brielle wakes up, she's snuggling her hand axe.
Yeah, probably.
Well, you head out on the road once more. Let me see. So the morning is temperate and clear. There are dark clouds far ahead to the north. Outside of the town, the road is quiet for the first few hours. As the day wears on, there is more traffic on the road. You pass a number of travelers on foot making their way northward, and encounter a few wagons traveling southbound as well. The caravan master calls for a halt for a few moments to trade information with several of these passing wagons. And about the third time you stop to chat with one of these passing wagoners, those of you who are needing like a full long rest are complete, so you can wake up. However, Brielle,
That's me.
as you are deep asleep in the back of this wagon, you see this woman appear before you once more. Brielle, you get yet stronger.
I'm trying. I'm really. Did you? I know you said like growing bigger wasn't a big thing, but I'm really trying. Am I doing okay?
Good. Of course. You have the power of the giants flowing through your veins.
That's what Rhowan said.
This Rhowan seems very wise.
Let me tell you, Rhowan, if you ever want to learn how to learn magic, he's your guy.
My dear, I serve the gods. I'm well versed in magic.
But like Rowan's type?
Sort of.
Oh, okay. Can you give me information that I can really wow him with? Like I could tell him something and he would be like, "Whoa, Brielle, you're so smart with magic."
Perhaps there are gifts within you that you have yet to unlock completely. And he who's blessed them upon you is eagerly awaiting those to be unlocked.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Was that him that did the like cloud of light to protect me?
In a sense, but to say it was solely him would be an untruth. That is something that you do when you will it to be.
That's pretty damn cool.
Yes. You will find that his blood in your veins will make you stronger than any mere mortal.
Does that make me a god?
Perhaps.
Or like a baby god?
What makes a god?
People like them a lot. They worship them. They help people. I mean, some don't, but I'd like to think most do in some way or another.
Well, I like to think that among those with free will, once they truly understand what it is to be a god, they have the potential to be one.
Noted. Thanks for always looking out for me.
I'm just a messenger.
Yeah, but you're always the one that says hi to me and greets me and tells me I'm doing great, and you mean a lot. Don't put yourself down.
Were I not to have so many other duties, Brielle, it would be a pleasure to always watch over you.
Do you have other people you watch over?
Not in this capacity. Usually I serve more as the sword arm of Tharvos.
Oh, that's cool. I use an axe, but like swords, really cool. Can I see your sword at some point, maybe? I know you have hammers, so I'm seeing a sword.
It's a figure of speech.
Got it, got it. Got it.
We all have faith in you. You will do well.
I won't let you down. I won't let him down.
Good.
Do you know anything more about that storm that's supposed to come up that I'm supposed to deal with? Like any information that could help? Or just like if I see it, I'll know.
You will know when the storm is upon you. There will be no mistaking it. And
Okay.
when that time comes, possibly all of reality will be in question.
Okay, but how do we stop it before it gets to that part?
You can't. If this storm were so easily stopped, then Tharvos would have sent me to stop it a long time ago. This is a storm that will be. It is a storm that must be. But it is not a storm that must end all.
Can I tell my friends this stuff?
You may.
Okay. I think they
will
should
not
know.
be able to prevent it either.
But I want them to be prepared as best as they can be. I don't want anything to happen to them.
Many things will happen to them, just as many things will happen to you. And if you stand together, perhaps you will weather the storm.
I have faith in us.
We leave it in your hands, and you wake up.
Hugging my axe. Bye.
She leaves all her dreams. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, dream. We got her. But you all, the two of you awake. So are you, I guess, actually, yeah, so are your trance would end about this time as well. You're in the back of the wagon, which is now on the road once more.
Ugh. I think Wren's just relieved that she didn't receive a message last night. She like gets up and stretches a little bit. How long have we been on the road already?
Oh, hey. Good morning. Maybe like 4 hours, 3-4 hours, something like that.
Oh. Well, it's good progress already.
Now we've been stopping a few times. There's some other caravans passing by that, I don't know, look like the people up front we're talking to. I don't know what about. Hey, we're moving now.
Must not be anything important if they're not telling us.
Maybe just trades.
Probably.
This is a caravan after all.
Yeah.
As this was just after like the third stop, you can actually see the wagon going by. They look like general merchants, just like the people in your caravan. They pass by and kind of just carry on.
About where, actually, maybe I'll ask Rowan in character. Rowan, do you know where we are in terms of how close we are to our destination?
Yeah, we're about. He would know. I don't.
Yeah, he would know. You're still several days out from your destination. You're closing in on the bridge, not quite as big as the bridge between Hardova and Kine, but a fairly large bridge that crosses a significant river. After which, you'd be about 10 to 20 miles, give or take, to the next like proper major settlement called Yeti's Foot.
Yeti's Foot. Gosh, this is a much longer trip than I had anticipated.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the wagon. Walking this would have
Killed us?
not been great.
I would have. Yes, I think that would have been bad for us and also the caravan people if we were traveling separately. I guess they just haven't quite tamed the northern lands yet. Everything here seems like it wants to kill us.
Yeah, it gets a little bit inhospitable terrain, weather, fauna wise up this way.
Anything we should look out for?
A raiding party of 20 from Marquee Gaming.
Hey guys,
No less.
welcome in. Thank you so much.
Welcome in, Pip. Hope the rest of the drawing stream went well. 20 sexy kobolds attacking us.
Nope. Last you check.
Go give our friends at Murky Gaming a follow. Also, if you were at Pip's whole stream and saw her art, she drew my character Wren, who's right here. So
Mostly the cold. I don't know if there are actual Yetis or if they just thought that was a cool name for the town. But if there are Yetis, probably watch out for those.
what would I be needing to expect from a Yeti?
In terms of the threat or how to spot one?
A bit of both, I suppose, would be good to know.
They're big, they're white, they blend in with snow pretty good. Like 8 to 12 feet tall, somewhere in that area, and they like to eat you for lunch. Or any meal, really, I guess.
Oh, I was going to say, well, then maybe we should be around them during dinner time.
That would be a good idea if it was just lunch.
All right. Well, your wagon continues on into the afternoon. The clouds move overhead and the cold northern breeze chills the air. A well-established wagon with steel banding and what looks to be a small ballista mounted to the roof approaches. The caravan once again halts to talk, but the other wagon does not slow. As it passes the head of the caravan, you can hear the caravan master calling out to this wagon. In response, the red-haired dwarvish woman yells back, "Feck off, gobshite!" You can hear him like leaning over the side of the wagon going, "We're trying to be neighborly here." And she just makes a rude gesture with her hand to no one in particular and says, "Oh, quit your whinging." As her wagon continues on passing the caravan, you hear Nadia call out, "Helena?" The dwarven woman very quickly looks over and like pulls back on the reins. Her like very large draft horses rear up and come to a sudden stop. She looks at her and says, "Nadia, what are you doing here? I didn't know you were in this caravan. I wouldn't have told him to feck off." Well, yeah, I'm like, what do you do? Why are you traveling on your own? You know, I was just didn't want to wait for a fucking caravan. Oh, well, you should be more careful. These roads can be dangerous. Well, I fucking know. What do you mean you fucking know? Just up the road, I saw fucking Lupera. They were just all running about right on the roadway. I shot one with a ray of frost, shrugged it off like it was fucking nothing. Well, that does sound strange. They're not usually that resilient. I know, that's what I'm fucking saying. Well, maybe you should group up then. Nah, I got Big Bertha on top if I need her. Oh, well, all right. Do you have anything worth trading? Or nah, I just got ores and alloys. You wouldn't want it. Oh, by the way, though, up the road, there's these blue fang pricks.
Oh, your mic is like going garbly for me.
Well, I don't fucking know why. I didn't do anything different.
We got up through blue fang pricks and then nothing after
These
that.
blue fang pricks, they're charging everyone taxes for using the damn road. They wouldn't even let me leave until I paid them. Fucking bastards. If there wasn't 20 of them, I would have fucking shot them off. Well, maybe we can talk our way through. Yeah, see, that's why I miss traveling with you. Listen, when you come back down south, meet up with me. We'll do this route together. Okay, that sounds like a deal. It won't be weird for you? Oh, fuck off. It'd be weird for me. She fucking hits the reins and just starts going. You see Nadia poke her head around the side of her wagon. Sorry about that. We should catch up. And she picks up at a higher speed to try to catch up with the wagons that have moved on since Helena told them to fuck off.
Well, I do like her spirit. What are Lupera?
Rhowan, you've been around here a little bit. Let's make a nature check or something of that ilk.
Ilk.
Ooh, very good. Okay. Yeah. Then you have absolutely encountered them here, and probably you were quite interested in them. By all accounts, they seem like a typical beast, perfectly natural. However, they aren't. They're not something that exists naturally. They don't exist anywhere else in the world. And as far as you can tell, they seem to be somehow simultaneously feline and canine. They are pack hunters, though occasionally there are solo hunters among them. They have thick hides covered in fur. That's usually black-gray. They have large pointed ears, sharp eyes, and they can detect even the faintest amount of light from great distances. When faced with travelers, adventurers, things like that, they seem to have a good instinct for picking off what they see as the weakest among them and then pulling them away from the group.
All that.
I like that I made you explain that, even though I'm probably the only one who knows what they are.
Thank you.
No idea.
They are from the previous campaign that took place in this setting. Although I use the word campaign rather
it was
loosely.
like 3 or 4 sessions.
But they exist. So
They
it's still
exist.
So yeah, don't nobody go wandering off.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it. We are. I hope we're prepared for whatever's ahead of us.
I mean, I
I'm
don't
sure
think we
we'll be
ever
able to.
are, but I mean, yeah, Rowan's smart, so listen to him. Rhowan, I should tell you that my friend says you're really talented and that she may be more knowledgeable about magic than you, but like also, you know what? I'll tell you later. We got
Well,
more
there's a
time.
lot of people who are more knowledgeable about magic than I am.
I don't think so.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Silvera's just gonna be like, wait, what friend? Like, you haven't gone anywhere.
Well, I
That-
have
That
friends.
is a good point.
Yeah, I have friends lots of places. I've been to
No, I just,
like
I
4 cities now.
just mean, like, you haven't left basically, like, my side. What friend talked to you?
Don't you ever dream of people?
So you had someone talk to you in your dream.
Yeah.
What did they look like?
A big buff woman that's really pretty.
That's a interesting thing to dream of.
I've definitely had dreams like that before.
Silvera's just gonna be like, what?
Does Wren actually say that, or is that Vix?
Yeah.
Really? Have you? What did she look like?
Well, just as you described, big buff woman.
What color hair? What was she wearing? What was she
Oh.
carrying?
Well, it was different each time.
But you dream of multiple women?
Yeah.
Nah, it can't be my friend then. I only dream of the one.
And you've been having this dream so long that you consider this person in your dream a friend.
Yeah, I mean, how long has Brielle been visited by this woman? Like her whole life, or just recently since she left?
For years and years, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I got my mom and dad, and that's my only friend.
Oh,
Huh.
I mean, was my only friend. We guys
There you
we're
go.
friends, right? Thanks.
Yeah, we're friends.
You say that as if you're not sure.
I'm still stuck on the buff woman in your dreams. So, I
So
need
she's
to-
like, yay big. And Brielle starts trying to explain her. She's like, she's got like 2 hammers and like 6 wings and like nice hair and no.
What?
Do you not have
I don't-
people you think of when you're sleeping?
she doesn't
Not
really
l-
sleep like you do.
Yeah, that's true. I don't sleep. I don't know what sleeping's like.
Does no one visit you in your dreams?
Well, I visit dreams, but purposefully.
Oh, okay.
It's trancing is different. But so they're like a magic thing, I guess.
Oh, I read a lot of stories as a kid. It could just be my imagination.
That's true. It could be. Anyway, Silver's just gonna like start like muttering to herself, like sort of consumed by the.
We are not letting the buff woman go, okay? Like, we need to know everything.
I like that Silro's the one asking about this. Meanwhile, she probably sees so much crazy stuff.
I'll tell you later, Rowan. She thinks you're
Okay.
cool.
No.
Not to say you guys aren't cool, but I talked to her about Rowan last night, so.
And your friend has opinions about us.
Yeah, she thinks you're good people. Well, I told her you're good people, so she has to think that you're good people.
Interesting.
Silver, you're still giving me weird faces.
Something wrong.
I'm not. I just. So I want her to do like an arcane check, if she can.
I want to check on Brielle's imaginary friend.
Well, like to like understand like the magic aspect, because she
It would be
probably
more of a religion
feels-
check.
really. Oh, well, that's fine with me.
Which I
Jeez.
was going to ask, does this
Sad-
description of
sad.
this creature sound like anything I might have learned about?
Absolutely.
I have a +0 to this, so
Let's see what you got. Oh, not bad, not bad. This sounds like a divine being to you. You don't know much of divine magic, but you've been around Lolth and her kin enough that it certainly doesn't sound like one of Lolth's, but it does sound like a divine being.
okay. Yeah, she'll mumble about like Lolth and divine things and sort of sputter into like nothing and just sit there sort of like thinking.
Did you want to make a check as well, David?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, similarly, you're like, yeah, that sounds like some sort of, angelic being.
I can tell you more of my dreams later if you want. Whenever I have them, I'll tell you about them.
Yeah,
You guys seem
sure,
really
please.
Yes,
interested in them.
please. I definitely am.
It is intriguing.
Do you guys not dream?
Don't sleep.
Okay, I know we've been over the elf thing.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
what about you, Wren? Do you not dream of people?
No,
Or
I
things?
just told you that I do have dreams like that sometimes, but they're more of a fun nature. And sometimes my dreams just look like a chaotic mess of events that I'm concerned about.
But should that not be studied too? I'm not
Sounds like
having chaotic
anxiety.
dreams.
If you would like me to tell you my dreams about the woman, I can.
Okay. Later though, later.
Oh, what are we doing now? Why does it have to be later?
Oh, okay, yeah, you could tell me now.
All right, well, Vix isn't going to go into it, but Ren will start telling her some sultry dreams about the woman that
Right,
she's
Red
dreaming
Brielle. She's just like,
And she says it very like matter of fact, like this is just normal, like
And you
sexuality.
liked that?
wait, what? How?
Well, you put the leg upward a little bit, and
I don't need to know this. I don't need
You
to know
asked.
this. La 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 la. La, la, la.
What do you think Jorf wants to do? Like different, but like
What? What?
this poor boy.
Ooh.
No, seriously, what? Should I be concerned?
I
Should I
hurt my
not talk
shoulder.
to Jorf anymore? My dad said if any boy touches me or does anything inappropriate, I'm to hit him in the balls and run away. So should I stay away from Jorf?
Well, do you want him to do something?
George seems like a very nice young man, and I don't think he would ever do anything you didn't want him to.
There's difference. Consent is very important. Just like
I mean, we're just friends, guys. Like, that's weird. I don't know why you
but-
brought it there.
I mean, me and my friend, like, we just-
Wait, you do
Friend-
that with your friends?
There's a lot
that
of
normal?
different varieties of friendship, Brielle.
Why is this all so confusing?
Okay,
I feel like we need a chart.
there's a lot to learn.
Jail's killing me right now.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy a book and then you guys can tell me everything and I'll have a book that I can like when situations happen, I'll just like page 3. Ah yes, this scenario, subsection C. Nadia tried
think we're
telling
going
me
to have
about
to write
dating
that.
and it was so confusing.
What are you confused about dating?
Well, apparently we aren't dating.
Yeah, no, we're
That's correct.
dating.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
we're
been
like,
told how it works.
okay.
I was wrong.
That's okay. It's
Technically, the
okay to
book
be
was
wrong. Anywho,
For what it's worth, I cherished the what was it, maybe 12 hours that we were dating.
Really?
It meant the world to me.
Can I insight check if she's serious?
I got a
Yeah, you
deception
can
check.
absolutely insight check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versus the deception.
Not good.
Good.
Odds are against you here.
oh,
that was close, though.
man.
That was close.
This is
That was
so
pretty close.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Wren. Love you.
I'm fond of you.
That's fine.
I threw out my shoulder laughing.
Oh, sorry.
Well, on that note, the wagon continues on. You've caught up with the rest of the caravan easily enough, and you continue on until the day kind of turns into dusk and the sun's getting low on the horizon. Remind me what your passive perception is, please.
It's gonna be 21, Dungeon Master.
Of course it is.
Nice.
Seems so pleased.
In the flat plains ahead, where it's turning a little bit icy, you can see gray shapes moving about at high speeds. As the wagon continues on a little bit further, you can hear the distinct sort of growling yips of Lupera. They are very much near the road, though they don't seem to be coming towards the caravan itself. The horses can hear it too, and you can see they're getting a little bit skittish, as these things are really like dominant predators of this region, and horses have a good instinct for danger. You can see as you get closer. Yeah, I can't even make you roll for it because your passive is so ridiculously insane. You can see that there is some like torn up vegetation nearby, and as it gets nearer, you see one Lupera who's actually very close pop up, and in its mouth is a stalk of a very rare plant, medicinal herb that is used in potion making. If you want to let me know what that is.
It's gonna be some wallflower.
Wallflower. And it's a very rare plant that grows only in the like right cold weather conditions, and You're proficient with a herbalism kit, right?
I am.
Yeah, then absolutely you are aware that with enough of this, you could make a good amount of Frostbloom Draft. And that is a potion that grants resistance to cold damage for 1 hour, increases temporary hit points by 10, or sorry, grants temporary hit points 10, and the ability to ignore non-magical difficult terrain caused by snow or ice.
Figure out where it got some of that.
It kind of looks at you and begins running back northwestward, where the rest of them are going. You can see that there's sort of a shimmery blue effect around each of these Lupera.
Oh. Like they've been eating this plant?
Oh, they've been eating the plant, yeah.
Okay. I think wagon train's still moving on though, yeah.
It is, though it's getting dark, and so you know you're coming to a stop soon.
Yeah. Okay. Important, because I would like to try and gather some of that, but also I'm driving.
Yeah,
I'll make a mental note that there's some of it around here and try to and hold that information for when we make camp.
All right. You continue on for about another 10 minutes, not long, and the wagon veers off the road. You are very near the river now, but it's probably half an hour ahead, but this is a common stopping point for travelers. There is another caravan actually in this area. They seem better protected. They actually have like several wagons with the blue fang emblem on the side, and they've got men kind of stationed all the way around this rest area. And as you pull in, they kind of are able to take place like side by side in sort of an ovular shape kind of thing, and the people from the different caravans start to mingle a little bit as they come to a complete stop. As usual, this caravan opens up and people kind of help each other set up and try to put whatever they think might be of value to the other caravan out, kind of thing. So what would you guys like to do as you come to a stop here?
Well, I have a few things if nothing jumps to anyone else's mind.
You go.
I need to be right back.
All right. I'd like to go find Nadia.
Yeah, absolutely. She is exactly where you'd expect her to be, with gems and money changing as one of her main operations. She opens up right away and kind of sees you coming. You're probably tall enough. She doesn't put the step out for you. Hey, what can I do for you?
Do you have any diamonds in there by chance? Dust is fine.
I mean,
Need it for some spell components.
I do. Try to keep those conversations a little quieter.
Oh, okay.
People try to kill for diamonds, you know.
I didn't, but now I do. That's good to know.
I mean, my cart already draws a lot of attention. I don't know why I'm being so cautious about it.
Well, I'll keep it.
There's something about these blue fangs, you know? Like,
Yeah, they give me the heebie-jeebies.
me too. I mean, I guess a caravan guard's a caravan guard, a mercenary's a mercenary, you know, but I don't know. And with what Helena said about them taxing people on the road, that seems off.
Yeah, as far as I know, this isn't their road.
No, it isn't. Although they do kind of patrol it.
Well, anybody
it does
ask them
make-
to?
Well, no, nobody really
Yeah,
asks
there you
anybody
go.
to do anything out here, do they?
There you
People
go.
just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, I can. I can. So it doesn't matter if it's dust or anything. You just need the material.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Looking to bring someone back from the dead.
well, we've been running into a lot of that.
Yeah. I didn't realize you guys were so advanced in your magic and everything.
Well, kind of figured it out last night. There's new.
Well,
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. You figured it out last night. How to bring someone back from the dead
Well, yeah. It's complicated, kind of. There's some new. I
while
don't come
fighting
up.
goblins.
No, after we got back, so I get a lot of my magic from the motion of the stars and things like that. And there's new constellations that you can visit, that you can see up here. I've never been this far north at this time of year. It sounds crazy. Stars taught me how to do it. It's a thing. It's a thing.
You're right. That's crazy. Well, if I hadn't seen what you're capable of firsthand, I would doubt you, for sure.
It'd be the appropriate response.
I never really got a chance to thank you for what happened back in Anidale.
Just glad we were there.
Yeah, me too. But despite my adventurous lifestyle, I never really picked up a propensity for combat and all that nastiness that goes along with it. And well, without people like you guys, I don't know where I'd be.
Well, hopefully you'd be right here.
Hopefully, but it would seem that I likely wouldn't have been. So, how much do you need?
Well, it's about. I'll make a kind of motion with my hands of a quantity that equates to roughly 300 gold worth of diamond and/or diamond dust.
Let me see what I can do. And she goes into her wagon a little bit, and she starts searching through like multiple little drawers and that sort of thing. She gets out a little velvet pouch and starts filling it up. And once she seems satisfied with it, it's like a mix of small misshapen diamonds and some dust, and one imperfect diamond that kind of sits big in the middle of it. And she puts it on a scale, and she's, okay, I think that ought to do. I don't know how you determine what you can do with it, and she just holds out the pouch to you.
I think this will probably do. I'll take a look at it. Gems not being my specialty.
I think that you would be able to tell if your magic could kind of flow with it, and you're able to determine that, like, yeah, this will work as the component.
Right, what does this go for?
Honestly, like, don't tell anyone, but that kind of amounts to garbage for me.
Well,
so
I
I'll tell you
won't tell
what,
anyone at all.
50 gold, and we'll call it even.
All right, we can do that.
I mean, I probably could sell it to a wizard for 5 times that, but
I don't have 5 times that, so. But yeah, I'll count out the 50 for her.
Yeah, she kind of like leans on the counter while you're working out your coin. She's like, the funny thing about gems is they're far more abundant than people realize. The real value in them is the appearance, the perception that they're rare, the perception that they're, valuable inherently.
Yeah, they just come out of the ground.
Yeah, and the deeper you go, the more of them there is.
I need to put this on my inventory before I forget. 1 revivified diamonds. Well, hopefully I won't need to use these, but if we do, I got them.
Should anything happen to me, I'll be glad they're in your hand.
Should anything happen to you while I'm around, I'll use them.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But let's hope we don't need to.
Yeah.
Hey, also, just be careful. I don't feel like you're gonna go wandering off, but these beasts that are well, you heard her talking. Just don't wander off.
We've seen them before. I used to travel with Helena. She I've seen her Ray of Frost, Lupera, to the ground in one hit 12 times.
These ones have been eating some local vegetation, wolflower, silver star. Sometimes they call it Star of the Glacier. It's
That's what, like, it's a magic.
Yeah, it's very useful in concocting potions to resist cold, among other things. I saw one of them pop out of a bush with a stalk of it in its mouth. That would explain why.
That would come in handy up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for some of that once we get things set up. There's got to be some around if they're finding it. So I am gonna wander off in direct contradiction to my own advice, but
Well, you can handle yourself, and I would get myself eaten. So, I mean, on an ideal night too, but.
I guess still happen.
My brain
Hey, it's
moved a
only
little
what?
slow on that one.
it's only what, like 6:30?
Yeah, it's early. Well, be careful out there, and make sure you guys check in with me when you get back. I don't want to be wondering if you're out there, panic and ask someone to go out looking for you. I wouldn't go myself because, well, I'm not crazy, but
We'll check back.
okay. I need my protectors on the road.
We'll be back.
Yeah, and as you step away from the wagon, you can see that there's actually a line forming behind you. People are kind of like tapping their
hey,
feet,
guys.
waiting to. Anything anyone else is doing while Rhowan is having this conversation?
Probably the same thing I did last time, where I check in with Deirdre, make sure she needs any help or anything. Go around, move boxes if people need help.
Yeah, Deirdre seems set up and ready to go. She's she seems to be kind of on her feet once more, and for the most part, people are kind of doing what they're used to doing. So, I mean, here and there, you maybe help someone with a crate off their wagon or that sort of thing, and you know.
Wren is also gonna do the same thing she did last time, and that she's gonna go sneak up next to Silra to see what she's up to.
Silra's just going to be standing there, sort of like looking around at people, seeing if there's any danger.
You're just looking out for trouble. All right, give me a perception check. You can see well away from where the caravans are circled up. There are still Lupera kind of out there moving about in the snow. It's tough to notice at times, especially because they blend with the coloring and at twilight even more so. But You see them kind of like flit past in groups of 3 or 4. And other than that, things seem pretty easy here. In fact, just the presence of Lupera anywhere near here probably means any other predators are gone. The only other possible threat would be the Blue Fang mercenaries who are kind of working with this other caravan. None of them are making any threatening gestures or doing anything abnormal, but they seem like dangerous type. They're well armed, they're well equipped. They're all on alert at all times, it seems. And you've been around enough rough crowds to know that these guys aren't like an organized military. These are thugs in uniform.
Okay.
The blue fang, is that like a new concept to most of us?
I don't think any of you have been this far north yet, except Rhowan, maybe. But it's possible you've maybe heard tell of them. They're a mercenary group that's been up and coming for a while. They were part of one of the original kind of mercenary groups that started the New Frontier back when Vor's Delta was first founded. But they've had a number of changes since then, and now they're actually a formidable fighting force. And basically, if you have the coin and you're willing to wait for the right moment, kind of thing, and you want real protection, you want the champions of the frontier. Everyone knows them; they're heroes, they're legends. But if you can't get them, the Blue Fangs will get it done, and they'll get it done for cheaper.
And that's kind of maybe not for Brielle, but general knowledge then for people around.
Yeah, it's general knowledge for Cadence, people who have been around a little bit.
Okay. I think then if Wren sees that Silver is like keeping an eye out, and when she's taking in the Blue Fang people, he tries to like make her approach known so that she's not just like scaring Silver this time. And she goes, I think she's looking at whichever Blue Fang person is closest, and she is, what do you think makes them so, well, I guess what I wonder is, since they do things for cheaper than the champions of the frontier, are these guys not to be trusted then? Seems like they didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep an eye on them tonight.
Yeah. Wouldn't want them causing any issues, but
Are you okay?
yeah, I've just been noticing the loop, whatever they're called. And it doesn't seem like there's any other danger around. It's just, I'm still stuck on that buff woman. So,
What do you think that's about? I didn't want to bring it up with her again because when I suggested she might not be human, that seemed to concern her.
Well, her hair does glow. You know of a human's hair that glows?
I can't say that I do.
Right? And like, I don't know a lot about religion because I didn't want to focus on it. That's why I left family. Well, one part of why I left family, and it seems on that side of things. I mean, it would make sense if she wasn't a human, like all this magic that she's just able to do.
You don't
That's
think that Rowan's that good of a teacher?
well, I don't doubt that he's a good teacher, but that it's just a little,
It was a
you know,
little soon.
yeah. I mean, I wasn't that good with magic, and like I was born with magic, so I mean, I don't know what that says about me, but
She's a special girl, Brielle.
very unique. Yeah, I sort of want to
I
talk to her parents, question them, but that's intrusive, and I shouldn't be intrusive. I like knowledge. I like to know things, so it's stumping me.
You said religion. What does you think this is something to do with a god?
Possibly, like I know Lolth would visit people in dreams, and I was never one of those.
Oh,
I mean, if I was closer with my sister, I would ask her, but you know,
but she wants to kill you or something like that?
you're something like that.
I'm glad that I don't have any siblings.
Oh, you're lucky. We never got along. Not even when we were all on the same side. So they're just.
Is there anyone at home that would welcome you back? Or I suppose they do want you back, just not in the way that you want to be back.
Maybe a cousin, but I mean, they've always just been. Why are we talking about me now? She's like, wait, how'd this get?
I'm sorry. I do have a way of tending to draw out information from people, and I did not mean to do that.
It is okay. I usually do that to other people, so getting the reverse on me was just like, what? As you can tell, it's been a weird day.
Yes. I do want to ask Brielle more about the things that she does, but I think maybe she needs. Maybe her friend will help her learn a bit more, better than I could.
Oh, probably. Well, I mean, that friend, yes, the buff woman friend. Yeah. Dwarf probably doesn't know, so.
Wren actually does like crack a smile at the mention of Short. Those things are going to be so interesting when they reunite.
I'm sort of looking forward to seeing that, like, what happens. I've never been like a girl's girl, but now I feel like I'm starting to be a girl's girl with you two around.
Well, I'm glad for any part that I could have in that. I feel the same. I didn't have any friends who really knew me growing up.
Neither did I.
And yet I was forced to make many. Well, things are different now, though.
So, what are we going to do about these guys? Should we just individually watch, make sure they don't cause any problems, or?
They seem fine for now. I just wouldn't let our guards down. Maybe don't leave our wagon without someone's watchful eye.
Is there anyone there right now?
I assume we were standing like nearby our wagon. Yeah, Wren will just continue to talk with Silvera until the others finish whatever it is that they're doing.
All right. Well, you guys kind of wrap up around similar timing and reconvene around your wagon. Rhowan with pouch in hand.
To the group, anybody want to go on a little excursion? There's a rare, valuable herb that grows near here. I'd like
What
to
do
try
you
and
say?
find some.
Will it help us?
Oh, I think so. It can confer, among other things, a resistance to the cold, can bolster your general health. If you... I had this marked. Where is it? You're supposed to only gather the flowers when your conscience is clear and you have a good peace of mind. Otherwise, the magical properties are taper off pretty fast. But if you air dry it by hanging it upside down and make a tincture of that, it'll really help us if we get stuck out in the cold. Which, looking around, there's a lot of cold around here.
I will bypass since my mind does not seem in the right space. But if anyone else wants to go, I'll keep watch for our wagon.
Well, as long as you're not the one who actually does the picking, it'll be fine. You can be there.
We could at least help in case wild animals decide that they don't like you doing that.
Mhm.
Could we maybe ask Deirdre or Nadia to keep an eye on our stuff while we're gone?
I think Nadia's probably a little busy. There's a line at her wagon.
Deirdre was kind of busy too. Not as busy, but
I'll just take my things with me. Doesn't she? Gets all her stuff.
All right. Well, you guys are heading out onto the, well, not the road per se, but, well, Rhowan, why don't you make a survival check?
I will do this.
That's a pretty damn good survival check.
Good.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah. You head the party down the road back the way you came a little bit and then sort of veer off to angle towards where you saw that last Lupera who was close by. You arrive to where it was rooting up plants there in the field, and you can tell immediately that these are not what you're looking for, which is even more curious because if he was tearing up plants, then why did he actually have a stalk in his mouth? But you can see that the tracks lead northwest into the foothills of the mountains, rockier, snowier terrain, and I assume you're going to continue on.
Give the group an opportunity to nope out first, but that is what Rhowan would like to do.
I'm with you.
Is it dark out?
Yeah, it's dark.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, she was going to like hang on to Brielle. She was going to ask for the light, then was like, no, it's not a good idea.
All right. Are you, if there's no light, are you trying to be stealthy about this?
Not if it'll slow down what we're doing. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't want a big candle on us.
Yeah.
Make some perception checks, I guess, all around.
I'm following our leader right now. Could have left that -1.
You guys continue on. Rowan, you're still following these tracks, and you haven't lost them even slightly. Like, you're confident you know where you're going, and you see that it actually converges with 3 or 4 other Lupera at a moment, and then it kind of splits off into 2 and 3. They kind of move outward and then sort of curve very slowly back inward, kind of like they're maybe chasing each other in groups kind of thing. But ultimately, they do seem to be weaving this path through the hills, through the rocky terrain, in the same direction. And as you continue on, you come across a small frozen stream running beneath like a layer of ice. As you follow that upward, you can see that they've stopped to water in certain places and continued on. And as you're getting further and further, you're feeling like something of a harmony of nature approaching. The conditions to you are just kind of sublime. You feel it like it must be near here.
It's gotta be.
But almost as soon as you have that feeling, you spot movement from the corner of your eye. And as you look around, you can see them clearly trying to remain out of line of sight and not being 100% effective at that. You spot them, and shortly after, Silra, you see a couple run across in between the gaps of these 2 foothills. They have more or less surrounded you, though they've kept their distance so far. You feel like you know what's happening. This is nature at its most primal. You've got options, though. What would you guys like to do?
Can even see anything that's going on?
No, you can't see nothing. Yeah.
I will trust the party.
You can see the moonlight reflecting off the snow, and like that's about it.
Just go full mountain lion
you.
mode. Put my hands in my pockets of my robe, spread it out, stand up real tall so I look big.
Make a nature check.
Tower or
no? Let's do it out in the open.
The Lupera love big meat.
No, with a 9, that sounds like a great idea to you.
Cool.
So you make yourself look big, and you guys continue on towards where you're feeling this resonance. All right. Yeah, you continue up the stream. You can see where all the tracks kind of came into one spot, and interestingly, this spot not torn up like the others. You can see that they're pretty hardy plants for where they grow, and it looks like they're kind of taking them one at a time and holding them in their mouths. You
Are these
also
creatures to be intelligent?
no, they're really not.
Very peculiar. It's a little strange.
What's strange?
They're well, when animals eat a wild plant, they don't usually take just a little bit. They usually like eat the whole thing and then move on to the next one. They're harvesting this very sustainably, which yay, but weird.
Maybe
There's
they
like
only like parts of it?
No, it doesn't seem like that. It's like they're doing this with some sort of intent. And I wouldn't usually ascribe to a creature like that.
You said it helps protect against the cold?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Maybe some sort of instinct to last them through the colder months.
Could be.
All right, well, shall we? Or shall
Yeah.
you, I guess?
Yeah, keep a watch. We do have company here.
We do?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
kind of keeping their distance from us. Just be on the lookout.
But they do know we're here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well.
I don't know
Brielle?
if they know that we know that we're here, but
If they know that we're here, should I just put a light on?
I was
Probably.
going to say, if they attack, I won't be able to see much.
Think that's okay?
it should be fine.
I'll touch your armband. Cast light.
Thank you.
All right, so Rhowan, you're gonna try to gather some of these
Mhm.
when I take it. Cool. Why don't you make what would that be?
Can I use that 25 survival from before?
That was to track. You'll have to make another check, unfortunately. I
Oh,
do
that's fine.
respect the grind, though. Oh, the 24. It's really not enough. I'm sorry. It's...
Missed it by 1.
Yeah, you kind of gather around these plants and Rowan. You can feel the magic essence coming off of these, and there's plenty here. Like, you know that even just a handful of these potions could sell for a fair bit of gold. But unfortunately, the very second you pick one, you hear the collective howl as they dart forward in unison.
They don't
Oh, they didn't like that.
Yeah, they didn't want you touching that.
That's ours.
They should have put up a sign, man. I don't know. They're just like on the ground.
They're smart enough to pick only certain parts. They're smart enough to make a sign.
Right?
Perfectly reasonable request of these wild animals.
I believe it.
So I'll share the map, and maybe we'll take a little break and come back to it. Yeah, so we'll take a little break. Get what you gotta get, do what you gotta do. Something. We'll be back at you. See you soon. Welcome back, everyone. I am the double of DM Shanks.
Don't ask where the real one is.
Under the desk. I know what Shanks is about.
If there were ever two of me. And anyone who says they wouldn't is a liar.
You know all the best spots.
Anyway. Oh boy. Yeah, so we've got our map up. We've got the attacking Lupera, and we've got our party, one of whom is bent over gathering herbs. Roll initiative, guys.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I always lose where it is.
Okay.
Man, my rolls have been so low. I'm
Oh,
I'm being
come
carried by
on.
my bonuses.
I saw your roll and I was like, I'm not going to be last. And then your bonuses. And I was like, dang it.
It's so unfair because
I'm
mine didn't
last.
register again. And it was a 20. And I had to roll again, and now it's a 10.
Nonsense.
Freaking shame. Well, I believe that puts the ball clearly in the Lupera's fort.
Yeah.
Ought to be a way. Where are you at? There you are. Like a streak of lightning, this Lupera comes dashing out from behind a tree and just barrels towards Wren.
Perfect.
Similarly, from the north, another one does the same. Oh, I didn't know if that's the right one. My mistake. No, it isn't. This one. Can't quite make it, unfortunately. But
He's coming.
all that. Sorry?
I just said he's coming.
Common. And then, of course, the extremely dangerous Lupera 6
Oh no.
comes charging towards Silver from the east. And that is their turns. All right, that's how you do it. Rhowan, you are first in initiative order as these Lupera storm in around you and your companions. Interestingly, the one that came from the north, right up behind you, jumps aside and seems to move into Wren's space.
Let's see. I'm gonna look at Wren. It's like, do you want to be not right here right now?
I kind of need to be here.
Okay. Then I guess Rhowan will put his hand on Silver's shoulder and bonus action face step like over here.
Okay.
You're good at a range.
She has to be willing, right?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
she's
willing to let
willing.
him teleport you? Okay. Then yeah, you poof out of there with him very suddenly, leaving Wren and Brielle alone, surrounded by Lupera.
And then I will guiding bolt.
Okay.
Number 3. I'm apparently still concentrating on Pass Without Trace.
You are. That's weird. Let's get rid of that.
Some value out of that spell.
Yeah. If you cast it just right, the
Focusing on it for 3 days. Where's the guiding bolt button? There it is. Boop. Nope, we're back at this.
Yeah, you get surrounded and you grab Silver and just dematerialize. You shoot across the plane in the silvery mist, and then as you retake your form, you blast out at it, and it just jumps aside at it. You blast into the snow, kicking some of it up into Wren's face.
That's cold.
That'll be it.
All right. Well, there's more Lupera then. Yep, I'm gonna charge in around Wren. Fortunately, they're all outside of normal range for you, so that's at least, you know, a big you're welcome from the DM. But more and more seem to be charging in from out of nowhere, and I also need to do this real quick. All right, Wren, it is your turn. You are in dim light, and so
Shouldn't I
rolls
be?
will be at disadvantage.
Shouldn't I have light on me?
Yeah.
You didn't. I thought you just linked arms.
No, we cast
No, she
light
cast
once
light.
they
On my-
realized that we were there.
I see. I apologize. I missed that. So I will give you a light token then. That didn't apply it to you. Why did it not do that? There we go.
Thank you. Alrighty. Every week, gotta remember how to target people.
It's just control click.
Okay. Alright, Wren is being surrounded by these creatures. She is going to... I mean, she's gonna attack, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would get sneak attack on Lupera 3, right?
Yes. Yeah, that one you can get sneak attack on.
Then I'll try for that. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
You have inspiration?
Yep.
Oh.
Oof.
Nope. No, I don't.
Oh my gosh. Bad rolls all around tonight. Yeah.
I'm
It as they close in on you, you feel the weight of them surrounding you, and you strike out with your psychic blade, but it reads the telegraphing of your movements and is able to just dodge aside very quickly.
I'm going to bonus action disengage.
All right.
Head right over there. Actually, I can move 30. I'm gonna go right here.
Okay.
They're just gonna surround me again. It's fine. End of turn, I guess.
Okay.
It's my turn. It's my turn to have the awful rolls.
Another one dashes in behind you there. Silra.
Yeah, she is going to target number 2 and cast Eldritch Blast. And why am I not? There we go. Now I'm targeting.
There you go.
Oh, that was almost a 3.
Yeah. Yeah, rematerializing next to Rhowan, you see this battle unfolding and Wren desperately trying to get away from the pack, and you strike out with your Eldritch Blast. Let's see some damage.
Oh, come on.
You see, like
Absorb.
you see as you blast, it kind of turns towards you, and the blast just kind of deflects off its forehead a little bit, and it doesn't seem to actually wound it.
Is there any point in doing the second blast then?
Yes. Ooh, that's a good hit.
Okay.
Come
on.
Roll your damage.
That's better.
6. You can see the second one as it streaks out and collides with it. And as it hits, you can see blue energy kind of dissipate out from around it, leaving less of a sheen over its body than before.
She's gonna sort of yell out, there's something magical about them. As we know already, but add to it.
Maybe we should start shoving some of this plant in their
Yeah.
mouths.
Brielle, to you.
I'm going to move in with as many as I can, and then I'm going to try to hit number 3.
There's a lot of weird tokens going on here. 1 second. Not tokens, but arrow pointers. Whatever they call them.
Right?
My character's on there like twice. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Good?
Yep, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh, good. I'll hit it with my second attack.
You step in and swing wide with your axe, and it just leaps right over.
You do have inspiration as well, so I know.
No, I used it last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need to take that on.
That is a hit, though. So as it's coming down, you swing with the back swing, and
I'm going to savage attack it.
all right. Well, let's see what damage you got. Well, I'm glad you did the savage attack now. So that's gonna. Ooh, don't worry about that. That's nothing.
Okay.
That was Lupera 3.
Yeah. That will be my turn.
Yeah, you hit with your axe really well, and you see it get into its fur. But as it slams into the ground from the weight of your attack, it just kind of gets up, and you can see there is no puncture wound in its side.
Oh.
However, you also see this sort of blue mist dissipate away from it. Not entirely, but mostly.
Okay.
We're back to them, though. It makes a move away from Brielle. Would you like to take your attack of opportunity?
I would like to use my sentinel. Okay. Number 3, right?
Yep, same one. That is going to be a hit, yeah. As it moves to speed away from you, your axe catches it in the other side, and this time you cut in. You see red stain the snow beneath it, and as that happens, you kind of tug back at it and prevent it from getting away from you.
Perfect.
5, however, can freely move away from you as you're engaged. And I
We're
need
about to see a whole new meme. Holy Wren.
It comes in, biting away at you, taking advantage of you being engaged with multiple of these creatures at once. However, at the moment, you're able to continue your light footwork, dancing away from each attack.
Did I say that Wren was kind of like trying to keep them at bay with her strange looking weapons, and when it like bit into her blade, she made it disappear from her hand, so it bit into nothing?
Yeah, absolutely. 2 is going to make a similar biting attack. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. That is going to hit. And that do the damage? It did the damage, okay. Yeah, this one gets in right at your calf and bites in deep. And as it does, you can feel it tugging and tugging at you. You feel it trying to pull you off balance. And it does. You fall to the ground prone.
Ooh, that's not good. That's not where you want to be.
Not where you want to be.
Not where you want to be at all. Especially as Lupera 6 loops in around Brielle and closes you off from the others entirely.
No.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Ooh, double 17s as it leaps in on top of your shoulder and bites in just as deep as the previous one. Yeah, you're
Yeah, she's like struggling on the ground with them, trying to keep. She tries to keep one off, and then she notices that another one's approaching her.
Yeah, and you can feel from both ends them kind of biting in and pulling and tugging at you. Feeling pretty dire at the moment. Rhowan, it's to you, and I see you plotting.
Yeah. We are making things are happening. The situation is evolving. Let's see. I'm looking for the range on one of my features. Within 30 feet. Okay. I guess I will go ahead because I feel like we're going to... Yeah. I am going to bonus action starry form of the... Yeah, I'll do the chalice again. Start glowing as is my custom.
Yeah, your starry boy under starlight glowing.
You know it. Run forwards a little bit, so it's my bonus action, and then as my action, I will cast Aura of Vitality. Which doesn't necessarily... Okay, so on subsequent turns, I can use a bonus action to do stuff. So I am going to start concentrating on that. Because I cast a spell that restores hit points, the chalice fires off, and you're gonna heal Wren up a little bit.
Sorry, what spell did you cast?
I cast Aura of Vitality.
Oh, I see. Okay, that is an actual spell. Yeah, I thought that was one of your abilities.
It's a spell I never use for Cam because there's so much wall of text for it.
But then in channeling that healing magic, getting it ready, some of it does break loose and find its way to Wren.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, Wren, you feel healing energy flowing in you, even as these fangs sink into your flesh. You can feel the wounds closing up as soon as their mouths part from you.
Yeah, it's just like being healed as she's also being torn apart at the same time. She's oddly calm, I think, in this situation. It's not feeling like a loss to her just yet.
Is that your full turn, Ron?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
assuming that the river is like difficult terrain because it's ice.
Correct.
Okay.
Lupera 1. Going to move there, but it is going to focus in on Brielle now that Wren is completely surrounded and downed. As it moves around your backside, trying to catch you off guard, it strikes out with a bite attack of its own, which just is not getting through your steel. Just cannot find purchase. 4 comes around to make a similar attempt at you. That one's going to find an opening for sure, and those fangs get in right in just above the knee, getting into your thigh, and it begins tugging away at the muscle, trying to pull you off guard. You're just too strong for it to pull you down, though.
Yeah.
Wren, it's
Big
back
and
to you.
she's strong.
That's all I could do. I'm dreaming of strong women. I am the strong woman.
You dream of strong woman, you become strong woman.
Exactly.
So can you just help me? There's a little bit of a gap, like it's on a half square sort of thing. The one that I'm currently targeting, the pair of 3, between me and Brielle. Is that
Yeah.
within my range?
With your daggers that you can throw?
Oh, I
Yes.
can throw them, yeah. Sorry.
You are in melee, though, so that will be at disadvantage.
Well, what if I disengaged and then went that way? What if I tried?
Yep, you can
I can only move 15 feet because I'm prone.
You are prone, yeah. So you can either like crawl 15 feet or get up and walk 15 feet.
Yeah, she just kind of tries to find an opening between this one that's like to the north of her, and then kind of like rolls to get up on the other side of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to try to hit this one again.
Go for it.
But why did that roll twice?
Because you still have the prone condition on you.
Oh, I see.
Sorry. Can you just roll once more? Because that was at disadvantage.
Okay.
That's a 1.
The other one was an 11 plus 8.
But we don't know which one was first, and that's the problem. Yeah, unfortunately, you managed to like keep them at bay, get up, roll over this other one, and strike at this Lupera, but it just sees you coming.
I used my movement.
Your
I
bonus action and your
disengaged.
action.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. You
Then
used
I'm
it all.
there.
You are there.
Yep.
And the pack is just going to reform on you.
That's fair.
That should still be targeting you, but it doesn't seem to be for some reason. That's fine. You are still within 5 feet of Lupera 3, so pack tactics are in effect, and that's double 5. It comes in, and with only one around you, you're on your toes.
Me and this Lupera cannot hit each other. We're at a standstill.
Silra, back to you.
Okay, so she is going to cast Fairy Fire in 20-foot
That's-
cube.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, around,
Where's
I
your
don't
cube?
know how big that is.
Looks like you could get 3, 2, 5, and 6 in it without getting outframed.
Yeah, you could do that. No problem.
I will do that. So, should I target all of those?
Target all of them. Yeah, and then do the saving throw, and then do the effect for.
Okay.
Hopefully they're not Dixie.
It looks like one success, so go ahead and do the effect. It should ignore the successful one.
We have an advantage now for Brielle.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes, it did. Good. Good move. That's end of turn.
yeah. Unfortunately.
All right, Brielle. All of a sudden, as you're fighting and these Lupera are moving in around you, all 4 of the ones to the south of you just begin glowing, shimmery, bright lights. Actually, so is there anything special about your fairy fire, or is it pretty typical?
I would say it's pretty typical. I know it says it'd probably be more on like the violet light.
Hmm. Very nice. All right, Brielle, you've got a violet light show.
Perfect. I have violet light, and then I'm gonna look up at the stars because we're getting surrounded by these things, and I'm getting a little angry. My hair's glowing a bit, and she's just gonna like, I am a giant. Yes.
Is that out loud?
And then she's gonna cast Giant Smite. She's gonna become big.
Awesome. Yeah, suddenly just growing up to size large. Is that right?
Size large. Yep.
Very cool.
And then number 3 was fairy fired.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
We're gonna
3,
attack.
3, 2, and 6 are all fairy fired.
Perfect. We're gonna hit that one. So I have a lot of steps I have to go through. Okay, attack roll first.
Yeah. That's a hit.
Okay, single hit. Okay, we're gonna do the giants
Yeah,
damage.
you got the giants.
Oh no, ignore that. That was the wrong die.
That was
That was a good
enough
hit.
for attack.
Okay, okay. We'll do savage attack first, then we'll do giant smite, just so I can click things and keep it organized. Okay, that's savage attack. And we're gonna do giant smite.
Well,
Oh no, I clicked it.
you're
off.
not doing that right.
Yeah, I know. I realized I skipped ahead to the other one instead.
It's like you just do giant smite twice without
Yes.
them targeted, and then that all account for the savage attack.
Okay.
So roll your second damage thing again, the one with the giant smite,
Okay.
and I'll apply the larger of the two. It's the
Same.
same number.
There you go.
Let's see, what is that? Number
I'm
3?
trying to
was
do like a
that?
flow
Number three.
chart. Yes.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, that's because you applied the damage both times. You have to, if you're doing savage attack, you gotta.
Okay. I thought I unclicked it.
I think you unclicked it before you did the savage attack, and then you re-clicked it when you did the giant smite attack.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
complicated. It's
So
fine.
stupid. It's not stupid. It's just complicated.
Math.
You did hit this one before, and
Yes.
you did wound it. That kills it anyway.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
13 would have killed it. Yeah. So Brielle grows
We'll get it.
huge,
I'll get it.
and with all her might, just brings her axe down, splits this one completely in two. You can see there's a very sudden, like, they all take notice of this. There's a sort of yelp and an understanding. You can see that the stance that they're all in kind of shifts, but you've got another attack, don't you?
Yes. So, am I clicking it? Yes.
You're, You're targeting the one that you just killed, but that's fine. They have
Oh,
the
I thought I
same
hit two.
AC.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's
But I'm large though, right? So it's in my range for number 2.
Well,
If you were large,
mm, hold on. Let me remove him for a second, and then let me see. Yeah, that would mean you would take up these 4 squares, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So then that I accidentally still had 3 clicked, but I meant to click 2.
That's fine.
Okay.
They have the same AC, so target 2 now, which it looks like you did. You have both. That's fine. We're having some technical difficulties tonight. All right. So you're good.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
I will just roll my regular
with
damage.
Your
and
giant
his
smite
click.
damage.
No, it's only once per turn. And I did it
Is
for
it?
the other guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
So it's only regular damage. I can't mess this one up.
Got it.
I could roll really crappily though.
that,
oh,
You could roll crappily.
that was supposed to be a crit.
Why?
because you rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, you rolled
Oh.
a nat 20,
Oh, but it didn't do it because we switched targets.
so it should be the next.
Just roll
what's your-
again?
What's your max damage?
Oh, max
That's our
damage
rule
would be
anyway,
a
right?
D8 plus 4, so 12.
Well, just the D8. So like, because the 4 is already added.
13.
So 13 would be the total. And I don't think that's no. Where is it? 2?
2.
Yep.
Oh, if we're adding 8 to it, that is totally enough. Yep. Yeah, tell me how you kill this one too.
She'll just come up and then seeing how she kind of effectively got in on the other one, she's just going to come up and slice this one like in a flowing motion, probably like go for its throat as it comes down on the swing.
Totally. Yeah, and it just completely goes limp and falls into the snow. Once again, the tone shifts. One of these freaking earbuds is dying on me now. Having such bad luck with earbuds lately.
No. That'll be my turn.
That's your turn. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lupera 5 lets out a low howl. And then faster than you could have possibly predicted, just runs. As do the rest of them. These are just animals, and
Are they in my range? Can I hit one
that
of
one's
them?
in your range. Yeah, you can go ahead and make an attack if you'd like.
Okay. Let's make sure I'm targeting it.
That's number 6.
Okay.
That'll do it. Yeah, as it turns to run, you strike it with your axe and you collide with it. And again, like that first hit, you collide hard and you see its hips move as a result, but you don't pierce the flesh. And
That's okay. It's
as
not
it
going
yelps,
anywhere.
it kind of rolls over itself and kind of gets stuck in your vicinity. Rhowan.
I'm gonna huck some fire at it.
Yeah, okay. Do the fire.
I just conjure up a ball of it in my hand and I'll just throw it at it.
Oh yeah, yeah. As it's rolling in the snow in front of Brielle, this ball of fire streaks across, collides with it, gets through that icy armor it's got on, and just starts burning into fur.
And I mean, and since I've got it up here, why don't you have some hit points, Brielle?
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's my
Okay.
turn.
Neat. Well, I need to zoom out if I'm going to be doing that. Off he goes. And what is this? Where are you? Cool. They are getting out of there. They just running. Wren, back to you.
I guess I can try with this one next to me. Try. There's one hit. Let's go. I'll take it.
Yeah, with both blades, you manage to kind of jab it twice, and you can see you're piercing in. It's bleeding, and it's looking wounded. Just haggard breathing. It's looking for its way out. Was there anything else you could do there that you wanted to do?
Nope.
Well, you're going to get a chance to do an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Sure.
It did try to eat you.
Yeah, I guess, but it's an animal. Like,
Still.
Yeah, as it turns to run, you catch it very quickly with another one right in the spine, and it just falls flat instantly. No match for your precision. So it's to you. There is one remaining basically on the battlefield and 3 that are fleeing at great distance.
Yeah, she is going to target number 6 and just cast Eldritch Blast because why not?
That'll do it. You want to describe your kill?
Right in the forehead.
Right in the forehead?
Yep.
Yeah, so it just like as soon as it stands up and like it's snarling at Brielle for keeping it there, and then sees this light, and as it turns, this dark violet energy just right into the face, and as it collides, you can just see like smoke rising out of its skull wound. Rhowan, you'd be the only one with an opportunity to try to do anything to them before the last 2 are like completely out of view.
They're running, let them run.
All right, then we are out of combat. Yeah, they just run. You know, they're animals who saw an opportunity.
We lost you again.
What's that?
we
We couldn't hear you. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, and again.
Yeah, just like that.
Is it something to do with your?
it shouldn't be. They're not my sound input.
It's
Weird.
like every time you touch them, they seem to garble your audio.
I don't know. I gotta look into fixing whatever's going on with my setup. Anyway, yeah, you guys scared them off. The ones that you didn't kill. Rhowan, it is worth noting that despite the fact that they are part of a sort of strange recent mutation, it is just animal meat.
Yeah. We'll take a closer look at them, see if there's anything strange. The wherewithal to so carefully harvest, these stalks and carry them with them is a little bit strange. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for.
I mean, make a nature check or whatever you think is kind of appropriate here.
Yeah, I'll take nature. Oh, hey.
Well, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Where was that in combat?
You're looking over them, and they seem to be pretty typical Lupera. Again, almost everything about them screams like normal natural beast, despite the fact that they're obviously a combination of 2 incompatible animals. As you kind of play about a bit, you see sort of a curiosity. It almost feels like they give off the same sort of natural yet unnatural vibe to a smaller degree, but similar to when you've dealt with fur glass. Almost as if it's sort of suffused with them in some way. However, their behavior, despite it being sort of beyond their intellect to reason it out, could be chalked up to sort of just learned behavior, something they found beneficial and repeated. And in fact, as you kind of finish up here, harvesting the plants and that sort of thing, as you sort of make your way out, you notice that coming back the way you came, where they were sort of in hiding before they rushed forward, they dropped the stalks they were carrying in their mouths to come into attack. So this entire pack, for whatever reason, is carrying them around. And I mean, the reason may be obvious at this point, but
how they figured it out.
One of them carried something around for a while and was stronger, and these things just it is a fast development for a learned behavior for an entire pack, but so is an entire species becoming a dominant predator of the continent after being discovered 20 years ago. So a lot of strange things happening around here with the wildlife. But yeah, you're make me a survival check quickly for gathering the plants.
Is that what the 24 was for earlier?
No, that was to examine the Lupera.
No, I like the one before combat.
Oh, that's right. What was that?
It was so there was the 25 to follow the tracks, and then there was another one when we got here. You asked me to pick it.
Fair enough. It was a 24, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't roll below 24 when you're competing with me for some reason.
Hey, he's not a fighter in combat. 1, 2, best we can do.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, with a 24, you gathered enough to make easily 8 potions with enough time.
This is going to be great.
Does anyone else want to do anything while he's gathering the materials? Because that will take some time.
How big are these creatures? Just like a regular wolf size? Because they're mixed.
They're
with
a little
like
bit bigger than a wolf. They're also they have panther-like traits. They're a little bit bigger than a wolf. They've got a lot of muscle on their bodies, plenty of meat, if that's what you're looking for.
I was thinking, Brielle, do you think maybe... I don't think I could carry one of these back, but do you think that maybe we could carry one back and might make good food, and maybe Aerie has some sort of use for the rest of these creatures?
I was definitely thinking Aerie could probably use them, so I think I could carry it. It'll be easier for the first part, and like as she talks for a minute, she'll like shrink down. It'll be harder now, but I got it.
All right, I have some extra cloth that I can wrap them up in, at least, so they're not bleeding all over you.
Yeah, it's just dirt. It's fine.
Animal blood. It's just dirt.
It's just dirt.
This is Brielle's nature tips.
Whatever. It's just gunk.
I love that. All right. Well, then, yeah, you gathered up. I'll just ask in case Silver wants to do anything also.
I mean,
carry one.
she's super weak, so I don't think she'll be able to carry anything.
No, just want to throw it out there. But
I mean, she'll probably like attempt in like a really like sort of like girly like, can she lift a leg, pull it slightly, and if not, she'll just be like, now.
Yeah, no, like they're like 200 pounds. Like they're
Yeah.
not.
Maybe us together we can like
Drag
wrap one up and then
I-
drag.
You could
Each
totally
end.
drag it between the two of you.
Okay,
Okay.
then we'll bring two back. Then Brielle would
Okay.
be able to handle one, and the
got it on
two
my
of us
shoulders.
combined.
All right, cool. Yeah, well, Rowan gathers his plants and you guys prepare these. No, David's alive. I thought he was frozen. He's so still sometimes.
It's so true.
You guys wrap them up and you take them back. You guys are fucking ridiculous. You head back to your camp. It does take a little bit of time with dragging this Lupera, but it's not that bad. It's not that much more. And as you get back, you can see that everything is as it should be. Nadia is no longer like doing business, but rather sitting with a crowd of people around a fire and drinking a fine bottle of wine. The campsite has many like spit roasts going. The blue fangs are still completely on alert, kind of patrolling, watching, keeping an eye out. You can see that the patrols kind of occasionally walk a little ways up and down the road in opposite directions and then come back. They're professional about it. As you pull these things into camp, or pull and carry, as it were, these things into camp, you see Aerie, and her eyes just light up. Did you bring back babies with sparkly eyes?
Yes.
I can make. You brought 2 of them. I can make like 8 potions out of those.
What sort of potions?
Potions of dark vision, of course.
Ooh.
Their
We could
eyes
use
are
that.
so sharp.
Ryan, I don't have to cast light on you anymore.
I don't think it lasts forever, but
You can
Okay.
cast light on her?
Yeah.
No, I thought.
Well, you take your hand and then you like touch up something that you want to light up, and then it lights up.
That's how a mage does it. But how do you do it?
Well, I've been learning from Rhowan how to do magic, and
We've been asking this to ourselves a while now. We don't get it.
Okay, well that's crazy. Can I have them, please? Can I have them? I'll even just take their eyes and maybe their teeth and claws and tuft of fur.
would you be willing to have some sort of deal for me on one of those potions that you mentioned?
If you give me their eyes for free, I'll give you 2 for free.
You have a deal. She's kind of
She like immediately just takes her jacket off, and you can see now like her belt is just covered in tools all the way around. And she, like, from the back, she pulls out these 2 creepy looking like 3-pronged hooked tools and just starts digging into the skull and like getting those eyeballs out of there.
Oh, hey, Aerie, where are you going to be making your potions? I've got some potions to make tonight too.
Oh, I've got like a whole setup in my wagon, but it probably would be too small for you.
That's fair. All right. Well, if there's not enough room.
I mean, it's built for me. You know?
Yeah.
The ceiling is only like right here.
Yeah, I don't think I would fit. No, I just thought I'd offer if you wanted to work together, since
That
we're going
would
to be
be
working on
nice.
sort of the same sort of thing.
Oh, but you probably wouldn't want to be around me when I'm working. I get a little crazy.
You do.
Well, yeah. It's how I keep focused, because if I don't sing, then I don't, I can't really focus on the tasks. Like there's a very particular way that they have to go, and it's this step, this step, this step, this step, this step. And if I don't sing the steps, then I can't really stay focused on the task. And if I sing the steps, then I also dance the steps. And it's a whole thing.
I want to see this.
I mean, you're welcome to watch. It's just hard to work in the same space as me because I don't really notice what's going on outside of what I'm doing.
I respect that. I
get
respect
that.
that.
Sometimes I'll hum to the beat of the hammer just to like keep it on track.
Oh, that's really cool. Like those rowers who do it.
I don't know what a rower is. But yeah, like that.
You've never seen a rowboat?
No?
She doesn't get out a lot.
Yeah. First time out here.
But you took a boat here, right?
Yeah, that was a rowboat though. That was like a big boat.
Yeah, okay. But did
Were
it
there
have
people
like a
rowing it? I was only on the
well,
top, like I wasn't ever below deck.
I wasn't on your boat, so I can't really tell you, but sometimes big boats have like a little boat with oars in it in case something
Mhm.
happens to the big boat.
Yeah,
And then
but
you gotta
she
get in
would
the little
never
boat.
have seen it.
Yeah,
being
no one
rowed.
did it because we weren't sinking.
Oh. You know some of the weirdest things, and then you don't know some of the weirdest things, and that's kind of cool.
I think you're cool. You're kind of the
Thank you.
same. You're welcome.
What do you mean? What don't I know? I know everything.
I don't know. I didn't know that those things like could see in the dark. So that I think that's really cool that you know that and I don't know that.
Yeah, but I said you don't know things, and I
Oh.
know things. I know lots of things. I know like basically everything.
So do
What?
you know dreaming of large women? Because my friends seem to think it's really weird.
Dreaming of large
I don't.
women.
I'm not
Large
talking to you
buff
about your
women.
dreams anymore, Wren. They scare me.
No, you know what? I guess you got me there. I don't really
I
know
gotcha.
anything about dreaming of large women. I once dreamed of like a really, really, really big wolf, and I sat in his mouth, and he carried me around, and that was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He like listened to you? He didn't eat you?
He didn't eat me, no. He wanted me to go somewhere, I think.
Do you know where he wanted you to go?
To like a big tree.
Oh.
Yeah. It was cool.
See, guys, having dreams is not weird. Having dreams you can't explain is not weird.
I think what interests me the most is the continuation of your dreams. It just seems like there's something being built there. Usually mine are
Oh, so
not
you're like
connected.
dream dating someone.
No, I can tell you definitively that we are not dating because even though we spend time together and I do like this person, that does not necessarily mean that you are dating.
Okay, so more like dream pen pals then.
Yeah, I have pen pals. That's a great example.
Well, that's really cool. I think that's neat.
Thanks. I don't want to keep you waiting if you need to do work. You look like you want to leave this conversation, and that's okay.
Thank you. And she just runs. Yeah, she runs with 4 eyeballs in her hands and goes straight into her wagon. She's busy for the rest of the night. Anything else you guys want to get up to?
Check in with Nadia, just let her know that we got back, and I want to see if I can make some potions.
Fair enough. Yeah, you find Nadia where I said, she's sitting amongst a crowd. When you approach her, she gets up and kind of steps away from the fire a little bit. You made it back then.
We did, yeah. Found what we were looking for. Found some of those. I forgot what they were called. All of a sudden, Lupera.
Oh, so you dealt with some of them.
We did. Made Ari pretty happy.
Oh, yes. The creepy but cute little one.
Yeah, she's a little odd.
She's off-putting at times, but she's sweet in her own way.
Mostly harmless.
Oh, she's not harmless, that's for sure.
Unless you're on her bad side.
Yeah, I think she's much more like you four.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
I just wanted to let you know that we got back.
I'm glad to hear it. Also, you should know that I got confirmation the people of Anidale will be getting support sent from the city.
Oh, that's good news. How'd you get that confirmation out here?
Oh. She kind of puts her hand on your forearm and tries to lead you a little bit further away from where people are.
Okay.
Yeah, she takes you about like 15 feet, a little further, and says, "It's I don't tell people everything about myself. Well, ever. Um, there's certain details I do like to keep private.
I understand.
Trusted friends and that sort of thing. Especially because it's a little bit embarrassing. I am uh, I'm a sorceress,
Oh,
but I've never had the propensity for violence. I can't figure it out. It's embarrassing because people, when they learn that I've got certain magic capabilities, and then we come under attack and I don't help, and they
no,
think
I
that I'm a
understand.
coward.
It's a little bit more. I've never been very good at the sort of offensive variety of magic. I mean, I can do it, but my heart's just not in it, you know?
Maybe that's why I've never been able to master anything even remotely close. I've always relied on everyone around me to protect me, and uh, I'm ashamed, to be honest.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
But I was able to cast Ascending to a friend in the city, and I was first hoping to at least send some aid, some, medical treatments, some food and water, materials to repair. But it sounds like we've managed to make a certain arrangement to have protection sent out for a time as well. And
That's a good thing that you did. I can't do that.
I do what I can, I travel this road often enough, and those are good people. I don't want to see them hurt again.
Well, your secret's safe with me.
Thank you. I already have enough targets on my back. I'm just so sick of being, I don't know.
People want to get their hands on magic.
And really, I'm nothing special. I have nothing to offer anyone in that regard.
Well, sometimes they don't listen, even if that's the case. They think what they want to think.
This world's full of people who will take advantage of you. But thank you for...
Of course.
Anyway,
Make an
I don't know what it is
check
about you that... Yeah, you can make an insight check, absolutely. Is that normally versus like deception or persuasion stuff?
I just want to like get a read.
Vibe check.
Yeah, vibe check.
Vibe check, yeah.
Remind me, is Nadia an elf, a human?
She's elvish, yeah.
Elvish.
Yeah. I cannot find what I'm looking for. I might end up just rolling a d20. So what is it like? You just trying to feel out?
Yeah,
what
just like
he's-
just a vibe check. Just a vibe check.
I mean, she's being somebody. I just noticed Ben granting advantage to sorceress. I mean,
I'll give it to you, but you got to use it for a sorceress at some point.
she like she seemed vulnerable in that moment. You know, she told you something she wasn't really comfortable telling you, and uh, the sudden shift to anyway kind of thing really felt like a please don't make me talk about this more.
Okay. Gotcha. What you were saying.
Anyway, would you want to join us? I've got wine.
That sounds nice, yeah.
She wraps her arm into yours and leads you back to where she was sitting with everyone else. She very cordially is like, everyone, this is Rhowan. He is one of our heroes of this caravan, and
Well, I don't know about that.
he saved my life personally. And and you guys kind of take a seat and enjoy the casual conversation. Some food's being passed around. She pours a glass of wine for you. And unless there's anything else you want to accomplish in that setting, what is everyone else doing at that moment?
I would say at some point, and Silver, do whatever you want first, but at some point, Brielle will seek you out to talk to you. And she just... So, Silver, I noticed you got a little upset earlier when I said that I was telling people Rowan's a really good magic user, and I really don't mean any offense by that. Like, I think you're a really good magic user too, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I don't know, Rowan's kind of taught me about his magic, so I kind of get it more, whereas last time I asked you, you just kind of shrugged me off. So I'm sorry if I upset you. I think you're great at what you do. I don't understand it, but you're cool.
Sora's gonna like blink and sort of look a little dumbfounded for a bit, and she's just like, what? Yeah, that's fine. Like, I know Rowan's amazing. That's why I always go to him for like getting healed and stuff. My magic is just a mess. Like, you know, you've seen me fall how many times recently, so I'm not.
I don't think
I'm
that's
not upset
magic.
at all.
I think you just have bad balance. But I saw you,
Good.
the thing you hit in the middle of the forehead right in front of me. That was cool.
Yeah, that was just good luck, and I was pissed off. So I find when I'm pissed off, my aim's a little bit better. You know, use that anger productively rather than. But yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, but you thought I was upset?
Yeah, your face looked a little like taken back when I said that Rowan was a good teacher and did cool magic, and I was telling my friend. Yeah. If maybe you weren't, maybe I'm imagining it.
I definitely wasn't upset. I think it's just like
Okay.
that confusion of, you know, learning magic so quickly. It's more so I'm impressed by your skills.
I try really hard at everything I do, so if someone's going to teach me something, I'm going to put my heart in it.
Yeah. Noticed that about you. It's something that I really admire as someone. I love knowledge and understanding things and learning things, and I see a lot of that in you. Different, but it's good.
So why don't you teach me something?
Because someone else teaches me, and I
Did they teach me?
well, you'd have to make a pact with them, but I don't think you would want that. So, more so trying to protect you from my type of magic, if that makes sense.
Not really, but so okay, so you have to like so for magic to work for you, you have to make like what, a promise to someone?
Yeah, basically. I promise to do what they want me to do. They tell me what they want me to do. I can't go against it. I do, consequences, and it's
So they're a
difficult.
bad person,
I won't say they're bad. They're giving me
Well,
what I want.
but with
So,
consequences.
I mean, doesn't all choices have consequences? Good or bad?
I can only really think of one I've made that's bad right now, but wait, two. I did ask Wren to explain the big lady thing to me. That was a bad decision, but
Yeah, consequence.
and then
But,
leaving my parents. But other than that, things work out.
yeah, and that's good consequences. When things work, it works. For me, I want power, and my consequences, these tattoos and other things.
I don't know. I
Having-
think the tattoos are cool. That's not a consequence.
Have you ever seen it move? It's a little weird.
They can move. Can you make it move? Like, is that
I-
something you can consciously do?
No,
Oh.
that's all them. But yeah, anywho, man, the two of you seem to get me to open up so easily.
Wait, who else?
Ren.
Wren?
I know, I was shocked too. She reversed psychology mead or whatnot. She used my tricks. It was weird.
Oh, she is pretty smart.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. Whatever magic you're doing, if it's natural or learned or whatnot, I think it's very interesting, and I'm jealous. But that makes you individual and unique. And so I'm happy that you're on my side.
Are there any other types of magic people? Like, ways to do it?
Well, like, there's me who's a warlock, sorcerers, wizards.
What do sorcerers and wizards do?
A panicked look on her face is just like, I don't really know how to explain that in like books and stuff, or I don't really know. I just know it's
That's fine.
different.
Okay. If I find one, maybe I'll ask them.
Yeah.
Brielle's starting to think, like, Megan's like, Brielle's gonna think she's a sorcerer because it's innate now.
But yeah, just like Rhowan, like we learn our magic differently, get our magic differently.
I guess it's no different than people get their training and fighting in different ways. Some people join the army. Some people are just town guards. Some people
Some
make
people learn how
weapons.
to, yeah. Which, I mean, I wish I knew how to make weapons. That would be
I'll
fun.
teach you if you want.
I don't think I could lift a hammer if I wanted to.
What about leather work? I can do leather work. I could. Let's make bracelets.
Yeah. I would be down for that. I would
Okay.
be down for that.
Okay, I'll teach you how to make a bracelet next time I have like access to what I need.
That's a deal.
Yep. But not a date.
Not a date. I was gonna say it. Just clarifying. 'Cause, I think I may have a potential dater, but I don't know. I'm not.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Do you like him or is this a friend?
Well, I mean, he's
What did she say?
that tavern guy, dude. You know that one where you were fighting at that tavern?
Your friend's the goblin?
No, not the goblin. Oh my goodness.
That's the only person I talk to.
It's true.
You didn't get to see him, but
Is it the cheese guy? I didn't see him, but he gave us cheese.
it was cheese.
I can't keep a straight face, but Brielle's straight laced with this.
He didn't show himself, but so I had to go up the stairs. But yeah. Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He's like me. Yeah. Interesting.
That's cool.
But yeah.
Deirdre said when we get to Force Delta, we should ask her about stuff. So maybe you could get a dress for your date.
Yeah. Look panicked now. She's like, oh my god, this is happening. Anywho, so what are the others up to? She's like sweating
I
a
don't wanna talk to
little
me
bit.
anymore, do you? I get it. No,
No, okay.
Ari was the same. No, we're good. Okay.
I'm just nervous. Honestly. I've not had a girl friend to talk to like this before.
Am I your girlfriend?
Don't. I saw it coming.
Say yes. Say yes.
No, not in that way. I know now. I know
A
now. She
friend that
knows.
is a girl. A friend that
Yes.
is a girl. Yeah, so girlfriend. Not, but yeah. Yes.
I think I got you all as friends now.
Yes. Has Wren confirmed that with you yet? She said something to me the other day. I was just like, oh, are we?
You know, I don't think with Wren it's so much as what she says as like,
But she does.
not even that. I like her as a friend, so like she's my friend. If she doesn't like me, I get it, but she's my friend.
Okay. That makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I thought so.
Laura's going to like reach for her water and try to splash some of these like nerves off of her.
Brielle just like walk back to the group with her. You thirsty? You need more water?
Yeah, I probably should go get some more.
Okay.
So,
All right. While all of that happened, Wren, what were you up to?
Could I don't know. I think she's just kind of people watching right now.
Hmm.
I think like you kind of pan away from that scene, and she's like, she has her back pressed up against a wagon, and you can kind of hear Ari going about her song as she harvests these eyeballs, and Ren is kind of like, that's kind of catchy. She's just like, like quietly under her breath to the song, and she's like, eyeballs for all, oh my, oh my. And she's like watching over the people gathered around the fire, and I think she's looking kind of if anyone's acting off, because she's not really sure about this other caravan as well. So could I like do an insight check or something?
Absolutely. Do an insight check for me.
Howard?
Yes, please. They're still pretty like professionally going about their business, despite the fact that, especially to your eye, your history with guards, they look incredibly unfit for the job. They, not that they're not capable of causing some damage, but the guards you're used to seeing are properly trained Empire soldiers. You figure that it would take you no time at all to cut through all of these men. but at the same time, they're not without a sense of danger.
No one's acting like suspicious though, like or strange.
No, they seem to be sort of they're spread thin enough with the jobs that they're doing. Despite the fact that they may be thugs and hooligans at heart, these are dangerous roads, and this is a very dangerous place to be, and they seem very concerned about safety.
Right. Yeah, she's just kind of hanging back. She sees that Rowan is talking to Nadia and just kind of gives them space, and she's already accosted Silra enough. So when Brielle's like up talking to her, she just kind of keeps herself a little bit.
Yeah, and as that's going on, you hear Seraphine. Elwyn, please tell me there's good news. Things are progressing here rapidly. I have a move to make, but I need to make sure we are in good graces.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, it's 25 words.
Yeah.
She'll say, haven't arrived at my destination. Think we're on track. Now, would Red know if she's not supposed to ask her any questions ever, or
What do you mean by that?
because she's curious about like what's going on there now?
Well, you could. You know that'd be requesting her to use another spell. You know that she tends to be tight-lipped about her maneuvers,
Okay.
especially because a lot of the details of it often are just things outside your zone of perception. Like,
And it's been like what, 4 days on the road now?
yes.
Haven't spoken to Brindle in 4 days. Is there anything I should know or can do? She waits, and she's not like totally hopeful, but
Yeah, there's a good couple of minutes that go by before you do hear her once more. Do what you have to get it done quickly. I need good news to bind our houses yesterday.
she just responds then with, I'm working as diligently and quickly as you've taught me to, possibly even faster.
That seems to conclude the conversation. You guys are able to finish up whatever tasks you want for the evening, including Rhowan. You can make some potions, and perhaps we'll wrap that up, the potion making, at the start of the next session and move on. So great session, everyone. That was a lot of fun.